Hello, this is Daniel Rosero, and this is a business proposal for Independiente Santa Fe in order to strengthen their individual athlete brands. I would like to start by saying that social media has really changed the way we do things. People no longer turn to traditional media platforms for news and information, and this is true for people in all industries. Sports fans turn to social media to enhance their experience. Clubs take this to their advantage by having social media profiles of the club and engaging with their fans through these platforms. This approach, although effective, ignores individual athletes' social medias platforms and its potential to create various revenue streams for the club. The purpose of this proposal is to show how Independiente Santa Fe can use its female athlete social media platforms to increase game attendance, merchandise sales, and audience reach, and to generate more genuine relationships with its fans. Business description. Independiente Santa Fe is a professional Colombian soccer team based in Bogota, Colombia. The team structures its business as a corporation. It was created in 1948 along with the Colombian Soccer League, and it is a consolidated team with a big fan base within the city of Bogota, which is a city of 8 million people. So it has a pretty big fan base. Furthermore, Independiente Santa Fe offers a business to consumer product in which fans can enjoy watching games either in person or at home, buying merchandise and engaging with various teams. Because not only do they have their first men's team, but they also have a women's team, and they have a youth academy with various youth teams. Moreover, it is Independiente Santa Fe also offers business to business relationships with brands such as Huawei, Umbro, Nectar, and Manzana Postomon, which are sponsors of the team. The Colombian soccer industry is somewhat mature, as the male soccer league started with the appearance of Di Mayor in 1948. The Colombian soccer has had its ups and downs, yet it has continued to grow steadily in the past 20 years. Moreover, in recent years, the Colombian soccer panorama has shown great potential for expansion, especially for women, with Liga Águila Femenina, the women's professional soccer league, which just finished its first season in 2017, and actually Santa Fe's women's team won the championship. With this, there is a clear interest coming from existing teams to build strong lineups, and this is shown with an increase in investment and an interest in scouting international players. This being said, the future of Colombian women's soccer seems a little bit brighter than it did a couple of years ago, when there wasn't even an organized professional league for them to play in. Customers. So the target market for this business proposal is going to be people ages 18 to 34 and 35 to 49. Genders 70% male, 30% female, because that is kind of like the distribution of soccer fans in general. People who have finished high school at least and have an annual salary between 3,000 and 24,000. This may not seem like a lot, but when you change it to the local currency, well, there's actually a lot of people, and especially the tickets for the games are not as expensive. We're looking for people that have an interest in playing sports, watching sports, and sports training. Furthermore, these customers need a source of entertainment and a feeling of identity. Customers want to feel like they belong to a certain group which shares their passion and with whom they can interact with. Furthermore, this target market needs content and media shared in various media platforms to improve their online experience with the club and to increase their club's potential to reach new customers. Finally, customers are located in the city of Bogota and surrounding areas. Competition. Independiente Santa Fe has competition coming from different areas. The first one being its teams. Now, there are several rival teams with whom Independiente Santa Fe shares the city with. The biggest strength and weakness of these teams lies on their fan base. Millonarios, which is the first team you see here, is a historic team in the world of soccer, being named one of the best soccer clubs in the world at some point in the 20th century, and having won 15 league titles. It has a clear historical appeal. Millonarios has a defined fan base in the country and has positioned itself, along with Santa Fe, as the soccer team of Bogota. Both Tigres and Equidad, the second and third teams here in the slide, do not have this advantage. Being small teams that have recently entered the first division of Colombian professional soccer, their fan base in the city is almost non existent. Appealing to soccer fans in Bogota and surrounding areas is hard for them, as they have to compete against the two historic teams of Bogota, which are Millonarios and Santa Fe. The second area of competition that Independiente Santa Fe faces is movie theaters. Different from watching a soccer game at a city stadium, customers can go watch their favorite movie in the nearest movie theater. Also, movie theaters attract men and women equally. This gives them an advantage to capture the female portion of the market. Finally, the price is more affordable for lower income individuals. On the other hand, it is difficult for movie theaters to create the sense of identity that sports teams can create on their fans. Thus, customer loyalty may be harder to acquire. The third group or area of competition that Independiente Santa Fe has is concerts and events. An advantage of live concerts and events in the city's event venues, is that they are one-day entertainment. Due to this, people are more willing to pay more for what they want to see, and the venues are more likely to fill up. Finally, these type of events appeal to men and women equally. However, as these are one-day events, customers may not come back for more, or at least not until another interesting event comes to the venue. Independiente Santa Fe will position itself apart from competitors by providing its fans with a year-round entertainment on and off the field. While the club's teams play their tournaments, the club will maintain active on its webpage and social media platforms in order to engage with its fans and make them feel part of the Santa Fe family. Business need. As it was previously stated, the initiation of the Women's Professional Soccer League has opened the door to new opportunities in the industry, and there are some visible trends happening already. TV providers are starting to televise and live stream some of the women's games, and media outlets are paying more attention to this league and its players, and sponsors are taking advantage of certain athletes and their image. The number of people watching women's professional soccer in Colombia is increasing. Our women's team averaged an attendance of 7,000 fans during the season and broke a world record in attendance for female soccer club games with 33,327 fans in the final championship game. People are showing amazing support for the girls and what they have achieved in their first season. The attention the club is receiving has to be matched with content for fans in the digital world to consume. Fans are eager for soccer-related content. There are stories that are not being told and visual content that people has not seen. The club needs to take advantage of this opportunity and fill its digital platforms with well-thought-out content for its fans. After all, sports fans are 67% more likely to use social media to enhance their experience. Fans need an ongoing experience with their heroes. In order to provide our fans with some heroes to follow, our main athlete's social media needs to be strengthened. We need to use storytelling techniques, create and promote their brand, and grow their individual fans and following. We need to give our fans some heroes to follow so that they can see their heroes in the field instead of having strangers representing the team they love. We must target 5 specific athletes that have had a main role in winning the first league title. Athletes that are getting attention from the media so that we can use this as leverage to increase the public's attention to our athletes' social media platforms. The athletes I suggest we use are Lacey Santos, Melissa Herrera, Oriana Altuve, Carol Sanchez, and Liana Salazar. These are athletes that already have a certain following within their social media platforms, and we can work from here. In the interest of turning this idea into an actionable plan, we will need to hire an athlete brand strategist and social media expert. This person will be in charge of all our athletes' social media and will increase their following, build their brand, and create genuine connections with their fans. Moreover, this initiative needs a photographer that can provide with continuous flow of quality content for chosen athletes to post on their social media platforms. Finally, there has to be an investment on social media ads. This investment has to be constant so we can increase our athletes' impact and reach. This will come to a total of $44,000 plus $7,300 per athlete. So whether we choose to do 1 or 5 athletes, that depends on us. But this just gives like an understanding of how much this would cost us. Now, coming into the ROI and impact. The arrival of Ricardo Kaká to Orlando City generated attendance records in both home and away games, showing this player's ability to draw in crowds not only in the club's home city of Orlando, but all around the United States. Similarly, LA Galaxy saw an increase in attendance of 3,000 when David Beckham played there, and a drop of 1,000 people when he left. Evidence indicates that we will see an increase of attendance of up to 1,000 fans per game, which will come up to a total of $72,000 in return of investment. Even though our chosen athletes may not be the next Kaká or David Beckham of women's soccer, they have the potential of having the same impact in the local community. Moreover, once we provide our fans with heroes, we can expect to see an increase in merchandise sales for these players' shirts, especially now that they have their own women's team shirts. We expect to have a return of investment of at least $20,000, and that is being really conservative. The directives can be sure that the value of the players will rise, and if they were to leave the club by the end of the season, the team would be able to sell them for a higher price. So this would make this investment also valuable, even if these players were to leave at the end of the season. Furthermore, we can use our athletes' platforms to increase our consumer reach and give out PR releases. Athletes have always been one of the most direct ways to reach consumers. We can use their credibility to our advantage. Lastly, we can expect to create more genuine and authentic relationships with our fans. If we increase the emotional connections our fans have with the club, we will be able to monetize this in the future. After completing a thorough analysis of Independiente Santa Fe and the entertainment and sports industry in the city of Bogotá, Colombia, it has become clear that Santa Fe's fans need soccer-related content from the new women's team players. Evidence shows that strengthening Santa Fe's main female athletes' social media platforms will increase attendance per game by up to 1,000 people while providing new revenue streams through an increase of merchandise sales, the club's social media following, and media attention to the club. Thank you very much. My name is Daniel Rosero, and this was the Independiente Santa Fe business proposal.